My name is Jake, and I want to tell you the story of my recent relationship that turned my life upside down. It all started in February when my longtime friend Emily suddenly confessed her feelings for me. I was stunned because I had secretly loved her for a long time but kept it hidden, thinking we could only be friends. Our first month together was like a fairy tale. We spent every free minute with each other, chatting about everything and making plans for the future. Emily was the perfect girl, beautiful, smart, kind. I couldn't believe my luck. "You know, I've been dreaming of being with you for a long time," she confessed one day, gently stroking my cheek. "I was just afraid you didn't feel the same way." "Silly girl, I was charmed by you from the moment we met," I smiled, kissing the top of her head. "I thought it would always be like this, that we were made for each other and nothing could separate us. But I had no idea what trials we would have to go through." The first alarm bells started ringing in the second month of our relationship. We agreed to have dinner at Emily's place to spend a romantic evening, just the two of us. I was looking forward to this date all day, getting ready, buying flowers and wine. But imagine my surprise when I was greeted at the door of her apartment by some unfamiliar guy. "Oh, you must be Jake?" "I'm Steve, Emily's neighbor," he introduced himself casually, shaking my hand. The whole evening I felt like a third wheel on this date. Emily and Steve were joking, laughing at some of their shared stories, and I was sitting there with a stupid smile on my face, not understanding what was going on. Inside, I was boiling with jealousy and resentment. "What the hell, Emily?" We agreed to spend the evening alone. I couldn't stand it when Steve finally left. "Oh, sorry, honey. I didn't think you'd mind." "We're just friends, don't be mad," she brushed it off. It took a lot of effort for me to keep my cool and not make a scene. We talked. Emily seemed to understand everything and promised that it wouldn't happen again. I forgave her, putting it down to a silly misunderstanding. After all, we're in love, and in love, you have to know how to forgive, right? The beginning of the third month was tense. Emily had a lot of work, and we started seeing each other less often. But I missed her so much that I decided to arrange a special date for us. I booked a table at our favorite restaurant, arranged for live music, ordered flowers. I wanted to make a real surprise for my beloved. I told Emily a week in advance that our meeting was being moved from Friday to Saturday. She agreed, promising to leave work early. All day I was restless with excitement, going over the scenario of the upcoming evening in my head. But an hour before the appointed time, a short message came from Emily. "Sorry, can't make it today. Going to the movies with a friend." I couldn't believe my eyes. How could she do this to me? I warned her that we had an important meeting. I immediately dialed her number. The phone was off. I called all her friends. No one knew where she had disappeared to. It was as if something inside me had snapped. I spent the whole evening sitting alone in the restaurant, looking at the food getting cold, and feeling sorry for myself. And in the morning, Emily and I had a big fight. "You didn't say it was a restaurant. I thought we were just going to sit at home," she justified herself. I was choking with indignation. Why didn't she tell me she didn't want to go? Why didn't she cancel in advance? Is this how you treat someone you love? In the end, this scandal ended with reconciliation and a promise to never do it again. But now I began to doubt Emily's sincerity. Something was definitely wrong. The last weeks of our relationship became a real torture. Emily was like a different person. She became cold, distant, constantly referring to being busy. She wouldn't pick up the phone, disappeared for whole days. There was no trace left of tender kisses and hugs. 3 weeks without intimacy and affection. It was too much for me. I felt like I was losing her, but I couldn't understand the reason. Had she fallen out of love with me? Or had I done something wrong? "Emily, we need to talk seriously." I couldn't stand it, once again bumping into the wall of her indifference. "What's going on? Why have you changed so much? I need a week." "A week to be alone and think?" "Please, give me freedom," she suddenly blurted out. Freedom? Why does she need it? Could it be... I felt a chill inside from a terrible suspicion. Could she have someone else? "Listen, if you need a break, fine, I'll understand. But why do we have to break up for that?" I tried to reason with her. But Emily just got angry. She screamed that I was controlling her, not letting her breathe. And then she packed her things and left, slamming the door. The next morning I found out that she was telling everyone that I beat her and cheated on her. My world collapsed in an instant. How could she do this to me after everything? Fortunately, our mutual friends did not believe this lie. After all, we had known each other for so many years. The truth about Emily's betrayal surfaced through her former best friend and acquaintances. It turns out that while I was going crazy with love and jealousy, she was having fun with others as if nothing had happened. The guy she went to the movies with was just another Tinder lover. Moreover, one of her admirers, with whom she had an affair in the last weeks of our relationship, turned out to be a rare scoundrel. He secretly recorded their bedroom frolics on video, and when Emily tried to start dating him for real, he leaked that porn online. The compromising material spread throughout the university, to mutual acquaintances, to social networks. Everyone found out what Emily was really like. Her reputation was hopelessly ruined. Unable to look people in the eye, Emily dropped out of school. She lost her scholarship, her job, the support of her friends. But that wasn't enough for me. I wanted her to feel for herself what it was like to be betrayed and humiliated. I contacted her family and sent them all the screenshots of the correspondence and those very porn videos. They had no idea that we had broken up and what a scandal had erupted. Strict religious parents with a hypocritical grandmother, I can imagine what started there. A week later, my best friend told me about the consequences. Emily lost the inheritance that her grandmother was supposed to leave her. Her parents kicked her out of the house, depriving her of money. Her girlfriends don't want to have anything to do with her. She had to find a job and huddle in a rented hovel. Of course, it's mean and petty to take revenge on an ex like that. But she treated me meanly too. However, it doesn't matter anymore. Each of us got what we deserved. That's how the story of the most toxic relationship in my life ended. Well, at least now I know for sure what love should not be like, and that no one is immune to betrayal.